You know what I think, Kevin? I think Ginobili, Parker, Duncan, and Popovich should all just walk away right now. Just, go away together, and this has nothing to do with me coaching the Warriors. Nothing to do with me at all. This is about them. They've earned this. Walk away now, guys. Just leave.
I hear some admiration, but I also hear some sarcasm in there, too, from my partner there.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for Parker. Both free throws good from Ginobili.
And Ginobili certainly will go down in history as one of the all-time great 6 men, alongside the likes of John Havlicek, Kevin McHale early in his career. I'm throwing out some old-school names for you young bucks.
And the pass to Mills. Back to Ginobili. Leonard with no one around. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Now here's Rondo. Kicks it to Barea. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw good from Barea. And both free throws good for Barea. Here's Mills. From deep three-point range, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Spurs up 1. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center.
Tune in next Sunday, March 29th. Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder go up against the Phoenix Suns. Be there.
San Antonio leading. On the court right now for the Spurs. Mills and Manu at the guards. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Bellinelli. And it's Diaw in at the pivot, manning the middle. Now here's Ginobili. The 3. Barea pulls it in. Outside Rondo. Down low. Deflects the pass. Leonard with the steal. And Bellinelli kicks to Ginobili. Drilled from 11 feet out. Ginobili's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Spurs. The Mavericks shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Outside Rondo. Pass to Aminu. Back to Rondo. To tie it up. Parsons trying to break loose. And Rajon Rondo the basket on the assist by Aminu.
Wow, what a big three-pointer. And if he's got his shooting stroke going, he could be the closer for them in this game.
Diaw, the screen. Shot's good by Mills.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Dallas calls timeout.
Patty Mills last season had his best season ever. Really remade his body in the offseason, adding muscle, cutting down on his body fat. Already one of the quickest players in the league. He got even quicker.
On the Mavericks with some changes. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Stoudemire. Nowitzki comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. And it's Ellison for J.J. Barea. And San Antonio also making a switch. Duncan's checked in. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Rick Carlisle was going over with his team in that last huddle. He said, no time to waste, fellas. We've got to pick it up right now if we're going to make a comeback and try to win this thing. Let's go all out. Back to you.
Rattle that rim, young man. Rattle that rim.
He did it all right. The rim, the backboard, the stanchion, all of it.
Hope he's okay.
And Mills getting quality minutes at the backup point guard position.
Yeah, and for a player who spent time in the D-League, playing in China and his native Australia, it seems he's really solidified his place as an NBA player, Kevin, in part because he refocused on conditioning his body and really developed as an outside shooter, too.
So it's San Antonio now, following the score by Dallas. Diaw, the screen. Mills dishes to Diaw. Duncan, the pass to Leonard. Duncan kicks to Mills. Lock at 6. Feeds to Diaw. Lets it fly from 18. And that one goes long.
Major defensive lapse right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Parsons for 3. The shot misses. Great D that time from Duncan. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. Duncan with the screen for Ginobili. Dishes it to Duncan. Pass to Mills. Honor Ginobili on the way. Duncan inside. Chandler on him. No good from Duncan. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Here's Ellis. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 6 assists now in the game.
And assists like that typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Diaw, the screen. Duncan left side. Lets it fly. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Outside, Ginobili, and the shot is good. And the Spurs lead by 3.
The defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Good. 23 points for Nowitzki.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
San Antonio calls timeout. Mavericks making a change here. Harris has checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. Splitters checked in for Diaw. Green comes in for Manu Ginobili. And Tony Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. The Spurs have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Duncan with the screen for Leonard off the pick. Now Ellis to take the lead. Shot denied. Back to Parker. They set the pick. And the shot is good. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Spurs.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Outside Leonard. He kicks to Splitter. The dish to Parker. Duncan with a screen on Ellis. Parker passes to Duncan. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one.
Well, it's absolutely incredible when you look at Tim Duncan and see the impact he continues to have on games at his current age. I mean, he looks much as he did early in his career. His game has really withstood the test of time, and I think it's partly due to his conditioning, but his IQ is a big factor, and his game has always been one that's been anchored in fundamentals and staying close to the ground.
And at 38 years of age, Tim Duncan still going strong, guys.
Timeless. I mean, his dedication to diet and fitness, his flexibility, it's enabled him to remain in peak form. Maybe he doesn't move quite as quickly as he did 6-8 years ago, but he's shooting the ball better than ever. Footwork and his fundamental game obviously has always been there. So just an amazing late season or late career run for him.
Now here is Harris. To the wing right side. Nowitzki for three. They get it back. Chandler. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Love the way he fought for that putback. You know, he's willing to put in a lot of hard work in this game, no doubt about that.
Green kicks to Duncan. Outside Leonard. Parker up top. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and two shots coming up.
Tony could well be the best point guard penetrator in the game. He's great at finding the seam and getting the ball up and off glass before the shot blocker can recover. And once the ball hits the glass and comes off, it's a no-touch zone for the defender.
Free throw drops in for Tony Parker.
And Parker with the quickness to win that race to the rim, and then his great touch, able to use English or you know, just the spin on the ball to drop it in. Even when the defense gets there early, it seems like Parker's able to use that teardrop.
And Parker drops them both. And for Parker now coming into his 30s, the question, how will his game, so based on speed, Clark, and elusiveness, how will it age?
Well, you know, I think that's a fair question. His game is not as much athleticism as it is those attributes of speed and quickness and elusiveness. I think the elusiveness can hang around for a while. The speed will go. But the fact he's improved as a jump shooter, I think it will continue to allow him to be pretty good at getting to the rim.
Mavericks trailed by 6. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And that one's good.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Spurs have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Green kicks to Duncan. Green with a screen for Duncan. Back to Green, and it's Parker in the corner. Spurs working the ball around now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Parsons. Shot's good. 19 points for Leonard.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun one.
Now here is Harris. Nowitzki with the screen on Parker. And it's Harris off the drive. Here's Nowitzki. Here's Chandler. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Chandler's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, have they been hitting the glass hard or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Yeah, you're right. Very rarely will you out-rebound an opponent like that and not have it pay off.
Parker dishes to Green. Duncan with a screen on Ellis. Here's Green. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Danny Green, a nice find by the Spurs as a 3-and-D role player. And the Spurs always seem to find those kind of guys. His mid-second round pick was Green. He got waived by the Cavs, spent some time playing abroad. Now he holds the record for three-pointers made in the finals.
And for Danny Green, guys, a quality defender at either wing position. And, you know, Steve, as you like to say, a floor spacer offensively.
That's right. Two-way guys, Kevin. Two-way players. That's what the playoffs are all about.